Remember these tips to ensure your frame assembly goes smoothly. Orient the frames right side up prior to installation. Make sure that each panel is matched to the appropriate frame. Do not remove any labels until after all shutters are installed. Lay your frames out according to the labels. Track system shutters tend to be larger applications, so make sure there's enough room to build and maneuver the assembled frame into place. Tracks are normally attached to the frame using every other screw. Spacer blocks should be at each of these locations. Based on your configuration, load the carriers into the track prior to assembling the frames. Install a top pivot to the stacking side or sides. Using the provided 3-inch screws, attach the side frames by screwing through the pre-drilled top frame into the designated screw port of the side frame. Make sure there's a spacer block between the top and side frame. Tighten until flush. Do not over-tighten. Installation holes should be drilled at the factory. If this is having to be done on site, drill a 3/8-inch installation hole through the first layer of the top frame's inside edge every 24 to 30 inches. Place the assembled frame into the opening. Center the frame into the opening. Using an installation screw, secure the top frame into the opening header through the vacant screw locations in the tracks. Begin with the far left and right top frame installation holes. Determine if the frame is level. If the frame is not level, start at the higher end and secure the installation screws. Once the frame is secure on the left and right side, insert the remaining installation screws across the top frame, checking for level. Using a level, adjust and plumb the side frames, then set all remaining installation screws. Align the supplied bottom pivot bracket with the frame indicator line on the stacking side. The bracket should sit tight to the floor. Mount the bracket into the frame and floor if possible. Cap all installation holes using the supplied button plugs. Begin installing the panels by first inserting the bottom pin into the bottom pivot bracket. Push the top door bracket onto the adjustable nut of the top pivot bracket. Lock the panels in place by rotating the plastic slide around the neck of each adjustable nut. To plumb the panel, loosen the set nut on the top pivot bracket. Move the top of the left panel left or right until plumb, then tighten the set nut. If needed, move the bottom pivot left or right to make sure the panel is plumb and there is a consistent gap between the panel and the side frame. Hang the next panel by connecting the top door bracket to the wheel carrier. Then align the hinges of the two panels and insert the hinge pins. Adjust the wheel carriers to level. Repeat the process for all remaining panels. Two-way bifold configurations are shutters that have panel sets that meet in the middle. In many cases, the panels will not lay flat or remain in the closed position. To prevent this, adjust the pivot locations and move the panel sets toward the center of the opening so that the center panels make contact. Creating slight pressure between the panel sets will allow the panels to remain closed. Attach valance brackets to the front of the frame using the included 8 by 1 inch screws. These installation holes should be pre-drilled. Once all brackets are secure, position the channel on the back of the valance so that it rests on the bracket. The valance will need to be on a 45-degree angle, with the bottom of the valance further into the room. Rotate the valance down to the vertical orientation until locked into all brackets. Remove all labels. Attach your valance returns using the supplied corner keys and glue where applicable. If you are installing a one-way bifold, refer to video 7 for specific product instructions.